Welcome back to News Insight. We are getting back to Rivers State once more.
Interesting states.
Very, very interesting. You know, a lot of people were dangling the rumors of impeachment and blah, blah. You don't just impeach a governor simply because you now have the balance of power. You impeach a governor for gross misconduct. And that is what we have in our provision. And elders of Rivers State have come out to say nobody should be worried about impeachment because there is nothing that is they have on the table that is an impeachable offense. Philip, do you think Fubara should be worried of impeachment?
If you ask for my opinion, I think you should be very, very worried. Okay. Because the Supreme Court, in making pronouncement, they did said that Fubara, Governor Fubara, is acting in flagrance of the law. Okay. He's not following the rules of law, by his action and inaction. But that's being said, it's not enough for Fubara to be worried because members of the House of Assembly, whom he unilaterally deprived from becoming members of the House, they are now being restored to their office. They are members of the House of Assembly. I think governance is, all its inclusiveness is for him to work with the legislative and make Rivers State, a viable and a state that is acceptable to all. So you shouldn't worry about impeachment.
But you shouldn't focus on it.
You shouldn't focus on it. But if you say whether his action, whether, like you said, impeachment is not something you just do. It is when you commit a fraction.
That's right.
The question is whether Fubara has committed a fraction or not. Yes. It's not the issue before anybody. But if that comes up, then
they will look at it.
He should face it.
Yes.
But for today, we should focus on how he can make Rivers State peaceful again, how he can work with his House of Assembly. They should forget about this house fighting.
Let me jump in here. Yeah. I think he should be worried. He should be worried because of how we play politics in Nigeria. They say you can be impeached based on infractions. Infraction is open to different interpretation. So Wike boys will interpret that he's disloyal to the Oga. To them, that's an infraction. And once they've taken control of the house, you can't rule that out. You can't rule that. That has been their plan. That has been on the forefront of the agenda.
Okay, but you see, before the two sides has always been saying that they are ready for peace. Fubara will say he's ready for peace. Wike people say we are ready for peace. But none of them really made any significant move towards peace. Now, Supreme Court has fostered the peace by force. They have no option than to work together. And like Philip said, it's all about inclusiveness. It's about having all parts of river fully represented. How do you think Fubara should go about working with these new legislators? No, they are not new legislators. Working with the legislators.
Something he said that was interesting that I liked. It's not until he gets the certified true copy of the judgment, until they study it, fully understand the judgment before they make pronouncement. For truth, governance is not a one-person thing. It has to be a team. But in this team, there was an issue that caused division. But for Fubara has always said that he's open for collaboration, he's open for peace. Yeah. But what price are you willing to pay for peace?
That's right.
So what are they bringing to the table? Is what they're bringing to the table, is it favorable to the Rivers people? Is it just to enrich one person? So that's things we look at. See, it's easier for you to say you've offered Fubara a green leaf, a green branch, or what they had
olive branch.
In exchange of what?
What? That's what we don't know. But I think Fubara, for me, is a gentleman because if otherwise was the case, if Wike was in Fubara's position, I can't think of it. I'm a winner in that state.
No, Peter, somebody was talking to me the other day about the fight supporting Wike or supporting Fubara. And I told him both sides have enough blames to go around.
That's true.
But if supporting Fubara means fighting Godfatherism, that I will support that, because when you fight Godfatherism, the people benefit. The people benefit. The entire Rivers people benefit. Then if supporting Wike means supporting finger that like ungratefulness, so to say, that when you support Wike, you fight ungratefulness of Fubara. But that's for one man. That's for one man. But when you fight Godfatherism, you are fighting for the entire people. So like you are saying, what do you think, Philip, should be an exchange for this peace? Do they go back status quo? I know you're a fan of status quo. Do they go back to status quo as to what Wike wanted so that there can now be peace? Or how do they maintain this peace?
The issue here is that Wike is just being dragged in unnecessarily. Okay. The question here is, you vow for a position of leadership and you were given the opportunity to be a leader. Now, you have issue. In every home, there's crisis, but the head of the home should be able to manage the crisis in the home. Fubara is the head of Rivers State government. The legislative arm is part of the Rivers State government. Don't forget that Fubara and the members of the House of Assembly are all offshoot of Wike. Are you getting me?
But you said they are dragging. You just said they are dragging Wike unnecessarily.
Wait, yes.
And you are not also saying it's offshoot of Wike.
Yes.
Which side do we go?
You see, that is why Fubara should be able to call his brothers and sisters and say, look, this fight is enough. Like he said, what price do you have to pay for peace? Any price that peace will reign.
If you need to die for peace, will
people
you pay?
Have died for peace to reign.
So we shouldn't be bothered about Boko Haram.
President Jonathan Goodluck sacrificed his office for peace.
Yeah, no, but I just asked you, can you die in order to get the peace?
Well, if that means what it means to get peace.
So you just give up.
I am not saying about it anyway. But what I am saying, no, jokes apart, what I'm saying here is that, look, as a governor, you have to be pragmatic. You have to be dynamic. See, no condition is permanent. The only permanent you have in life is change. These 27 members, they've been staff. If it's a
no, like we're saying, the truth remains that.
They say in a family, a father takes control, takes charge.
Yes.
That's what's happening in River State. Farmer has woken up to realize that I'm the head of this family. He wants to take charge.
But he's not taking charge.
No, he wants to take charge. What is fight all about?
Taking charge with 4 members.
No, before the 4-member issue. He wants to take charge of the states. That's what all this fight is all about. I'm a governor. I decide for the state. You don't say for me from Abuja.
And you're answerable to the states, not one person.
So that is where the fight is all about.
There's no need to pretend.
So because of this, he's taking charge. That's why these 27 members decide to move with their guy. So because they don't want him to assume the responsibility of a governor. They don't want to him to govern as Fubara. They want him to be an appendage of Wike. That's what this fight is all about. Let him rule the state. He's accountable to the people. Yes, you helped him get to the office. Everybody had a help.
Simple. Life. And you don't have to pay back with what does not belong to you. See, I'm an advocate of this. If you see, maybe you saw me through schools, okay? And after graduation and all that, let's use an NPC. I got employed in an NPC. I could decide to be giving my salary back to you as a reward for seeing me through school. But I cannot give to you NNPC resources that does not belong to me. If you ask for that and I disobey you, I've done that rightly. Do you believe that?
I agree with you. But what we're saying here, you people are just interpreting me what I'm saying. What I'm saying that, look, this thing has lingered on for too long. Supreme Court has given judgment that these people remain members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Now, you have to work with them.
Certainly.
As a leader, you have to display this leadership role to enable you work with these people, irrespective of what has happened or where they pledge their loyalty. It is for you to win their loyalty to your side.
So, Peter,
that's what I'm saying.
Peter, what we are saying, like you said,
I want to increase the impression here.
Yeah.
The judgment delivered so far, I don't think he have restored these people. I know they made a pronouncement that these people are back. What they said, go and represent your budget. Yes, that case is still standing. It has not been dispensed in the Supreme Court. Go and represent this thing to the case before, as you said, the case before Supreme Court is the 2024 budget.
Yeah.
And the governor was asked to go and represent it until the final judgment is made on these 27 people. We don't know. And again, this country is amazing. This should be automatic. If you decamp, you leave.
No. But mind you, that's what Fubara said. The details are not out. If the Supreme Court, if the Supreme Court defection is different from issues of budget settlement.
Of course.
You understand? And let me tell you that you defect. There are grounds where you can defect and still remain a member. Yes. If there are crises in your party.
Yes.
You defect, you are still a member. Philip, true or false?
That's the truth. That's the position.
So let's Philip.
Calm down.
Hold on.
No, calm down. Can't be emotional.
No, I agree with you very, very well.
But there will no crisis in PDP.
See,
They go to that move. So if you move,
Wike is a member of PDP. Wike has not defended to any party.
Yeah.
Take note. So we have to represent the fact where you see these people never moved. These people, you see, you only Fubara merely said that. Oh, that issue is still. If you see, there's what we call technicality in law. If you remember, and take your mind, calm down. That's why I take your mind back to the pre-electoral cases in Delta State, wherein they said Borowori was not a graduate or whatever. You know that merit was not tried. It's only on the technical ground that these things were not properly filed and all of that, and that ends the matter. If the Supreme Court had pronounced that these 27 members are members of the Rivers House, you got to represent your budget to them. That so be it. Like he said, they might not be final, but for now, this is the final judgment.
Yeah, for now.
So what I'm saying here is that, listen, the members, the 27 members, they, like he told you, whether they defended or not, they remain members of the River State House of Assembly.
Until otherwise.
It is INEC will say that their position has been declared vacant and they are conducting an election to replace them. Nothing like that has been done. So they are the members of the River State House of Assembly, inaugurated for 4 years.
See, like we said sometime in this platform, we are not advocates of saying, no, these people are no longer members. And there are no members representing the same constituency. You have suspended the democracy. You understand? That's a suspension of democracy. You can't be ruling the entire state with 4 members.
So why are we blaming Fubara for that?
No, nobody's blaming. No, nobody's blaming Fubara.
She's stopping and do the needful.
No, nobody's blaming Fubara.
Do which needful. That's why I said Fubara to display the leadership role.
Peter.
The judgment now is that he should go and represent 2024 budget.
So Peter,
and read the judgment. Maybe you have not read the judgment very well.
So take it this way. So to forestall this impeachment, don't you think it's necessary for Fubara to really smoothly work? I know the elder say he shouldn't go beg anybody. This is working together with somebody is different from begging. Don't you think Fubara should have to devise a new means of working with these people?
Of course, they have to work together to move the state forward.
That's
right. Not for him to sit in the office. To move the state forward, they have to come together. But there's a limit which is cool. Through the only live today.
Certainly, can't sacrifice the state.
They cannot set the state for the altar of bread. See, he's the governor of the state. After 4 years, God and men will judge him. So what he does for the state counts. His main responsibility is to the people of River State, not to one person or two. So if they want to work with him, he has already said this. He's willing to work with them. Even one time he said, if Nigerians don't have the price he has paid for peace of being in River State, Nigerians will be shocked. So we don't know how much he has given. Okay. They say, I'm not going to give
you have been very, very emphatic on that, and I think that will form the center of...
I want to say something.
Okay, very quickly.
You said whether Fubara should be afraid of impeachment or not.
Yes.
And I said in my opinion that they should be afraid because destroying government property just because to protect your office is infringement on the law.
Okay.
If Fubara, it is a no father. He bombed the River State House of Assembly just to forestall the alleged impeachment rumor. Wait, I'm not finished. That's why I said, let's bygone be bygone. It should display real leadership. It should find a way of working with this member so that River State can enjoy the dividends of democracy. That's not what
let's not go back. All of them were too many games. People defected on national television, sued, they placed an affidavit on that, went back to the court again, withdrew the affidavit that they didn't defect. All those are all survival games. Yeah. Both sides were guilty of all the survival games. Bombing down National Assembly, doing all that, they were all survival games. So I won't come here to say it was only one side. The both sides have engaged in survival game, and it's a fact.
That's why they should find a way of working together.
So like we have said, they should try to work together, like you have said. And like Philip said, when you say, oh, give me the olive branch, or I'll give you the olive branch, don't take the entire olive, because the entire olive belongs to the people of River State. So this is still News Insight. We'll be right back.